Thanks for the divine, Masters Elmoria and Miriam. Dear brothers, we have seen to bring them a message of love and benevolence. We are seen speaking to them about the divine graces. We say on what was guaranteed and offered them so that they seek enlightening. To all of you, my beloved, was granted freedom of choice. Since entered this game of physical illusion, they were given autonomy to decide their walk. Despite them being offered all the existing aid, although the Father knows their pain and scarring at the core of their beings, any interference will never be allowed in their walk without your express permission. The Father has full confidence in His mastery, in His power, in His divinity, and He gives you the opportunity to develop freely. In this way, deviations were made, which actually turn into great lessons about yourself. Deviations serve to show them the right way, which is related to who they are, to His divine essence. Beloved, we are telling them that you deviate to become aware of their own darkness, then by emphasizing its dark, you can illuminate it. Obvious that this path is painful often. However, He is leading the growth, full happiness. With the free will, the Father them also brings some responsibilities, among which one is known as the law of karma or the law of return. That is, whenever that turn, will have to return and redeem their pain, heal your scars, as well as those of their journey brothers. Yes, my loves. This is also a grace because it is the unconditional love of the Father who always gives opportunity for their children rescue their less elevated decisions. By the law of the redemption of their heartaches, the Father blesses you with the lighting of your childish ways, still dark. The very need of redemption leads to the path of enlightenment. Conceive, beloved, the perfection of the divine plan in favor. These laws apply in their lives, they pay attention to that. There is nothing in their lives that is not in absolute perfection. The pains that have internally are redemption opportunities, lighting, excel. So you are using their free will and, in agreement with their mentors and guardians, decide to bring certain experiences in their lives so they can receive the grace of enlightenment and spiritual evolution. Are you, my beloved, who create all the experiences we face at the moment, since the more painful the more sublime? But all of them were you asked that, in divine grace, to the Father. The Father, for the love you have for you, conceives them the most appropriate experience to their development and enlightenment. Obviously, from His perspective will say, I would never ask that all I face. And we tell them, yes, you desperately called for a new rescue and learning opportunity for a new attempt. All they have in their lives is absolute perfection to divine grace. Remember, almost all of you have experienced countless other lives in this project that is inserted, the physical life on earth. Yourselves, often do not know the origin of their strengths, their limitations, their deepest hurts. For the veil prevents them from having access to such information. But these pains that bring together the other, all have an origin in a previous life, and that even where an aspect of you in development, has led to an extremely painful experience that brings its effects for that now. This pain they feel is a grace because it is what will make you transmute and develop the way the completeness and perfection. On the other hand, do not forget that the physical life and God's grace, everything is temporary, the pain and even life itself. And precisely because it is passing, nothing belongs to them, family, friends, possessions, profession, everything is experienced the path of enlightenment and divine grace. However, that same veil does not allow them to visualize the big picture, but even so, you, through your free will, you can ask daily to His angels, guardians and mentors who show them the big picture to understand why the experiences they live. But, beloved, remember one important fact. To ask that the ego will try to tell you otherwise. It will make you feel slighted, victimized, unloved, unable, but even that is a grace. Overcoming ego will make its essence become stronger and more prevalent. The existence of the ego is a divine grace to their essence. However, my children, there is something important to tell you. This same law of action and reaction that brought them the fighting, bring them many blessings. That's because all of you who are reading these teachings, without exception, performed wonderful acts of enlightenment and bliss in your world. So, you are loved and supported, because they also have a huge positive karma. All of you, though, at some point, have gone astray because it is human, hit the road in most cases, if not in virtually all. If it were not so, they would not receive the grace to experience physical life on this planet in a time when so many blessings and opportunities surrounding them. be there right now is a great grace that reached, because as we have said, there are many souls who would like to be in your shoes going through an experience that gives them unprecedented growth. I am the Master El Morya, and I come today to bring them a message of grace for all that they represent and are. I am the Master Miriam, and I thank you for granting me the grace to pour over these teachings we bring them. With great love and admiration, his brothers. Master El Morya and Miriam.